Hello, our lovely listeners, and welcome back to another Building Better Communication Skills for IELTS. You know, we love diving deep into ways to help you boost your speaking score, and today we're tackling
Ooh,
collocations,
yes, Collocations.
specifically business collocations, which, as you know, can really impress those IELTS examiners.
Definitely mastering Collocations. It's like a secret weapon for sounding more fluent and natural.
Exactly. And to really see this in action, we've got a treat for you. We're going to listen to a snippet of an actual IELTS speaking exam,
Ooh, exciting.
where a candidate is asked about the qualities of a successful business person. So listen closely and pay attention to how they sprinkle in those collocations.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's hear it.
all right, here we go.
What qualities would you say are needed to become a successful business person?
I'm not sure there's an easy answer to that one. There's so much to being successful. For example, you can't just come up with an idea for a new product and then sell it. You have to be sure that people will actually want it. So it's vital to do a good deal of market research and spend time on product development so you can correct all the potential problems first. Then you can devise a plan to launch the product into the marketplace. But I suppose, yes, some people are just naturally gifted in seeing new business opportunities and will always make a profit because they understand their target market. The people who the product is aimed at. Because after all, customer satisfaction is key in anything like that. Having said that, it's not just the creative qualities that are enough. The other stuff is also necessary, like having good time management skills, keeping a close eye on sales figures, being able to close the deal, knowing when to apply for a loan, or even if things go badly, how to avoid having to file for bankruptcy because you owe too much money to too many other companies.
Wow.
That was impressive.
I know, right? That candidate's answer was so smooth and confident. You could tell they really had a handle on those business collocations.
Totally. And it made their response sound so natural, like a native speaker.
Exactly. So let's break down some of the key collocations they use, starting with the first one that caught my ear. Market research.
Ah, yes, market research. It's the foundation for any successful business. You can't just jump into the market blindly. You've got to do your homework.
Right. It's all about gathering information about your customers, your competitors, and the overall market.
Exactly. Like imagine you're thinking of opening a bakery. Well, market research would involve figuring out what kinds of treats people in your area crave, what your competitors are offering, and even things like the best location for your shop.
Yum. That makes my sweet tooth tingle.
Mine too. And speaking of creating delicious treats, the candidate also mentioned product development.
Ah, yes, product development.
Yeah.
That's where the magic happens.
It really is. It's the entire process of bringing a product to life from the initial idea to the final finished product.
Like for our bakery example,
Yeah.
it would be everything from coming up with those drool-worthy recipes to testing them out, perfecting them, and then figuring out the best way to present them.
Precisely. And then comes the exciting part, launching the product, which our candidate also nailed.
Ooh, yes, the grand unveiling. Launching a product is all about introducing it to the world and making a splash.
Think big marketing campaigns, social media buzz, maybe even a launch party with free samples.
Now, who doesn't love free samples?
Especially from a bakery. And every entrepreneur is always on the lookout for business opportunities, just like our candidate mentioned.
Business opportunities. Those are those golden chances to start or grow a business, right?
Absolutely. It's about spotting those gaps in the market or anticipating upcoming trends and then seizing the moment.
Like seeing that there's no vegan bakery in your town and realizing that's your chance to shine.
Exactly. And of course, the ultimate goal of any business is to make a profit, as our candidate wisely pointed out.
Right. It's not just about passion. It's also about the bottom line.
Making a profit means you're bringing in more money than you're spending. It's essential for keeping those bakery ovens running.
And to make that profit, you've got to know your target market. Another collocation our candidate used skillfully.
Absolutely. Your target market is the specific group of people you're trying to reach with your product or service.
So for our vegan bakery, it would be people who are passionate about plant-based eating and delicious treats.
Exactly. You wouldn't want to be marketing your vegan cupcakes to die-hard meat lovers, would you?
I mean, maybe some of them would be curious, but you're right. It's all about focusing your efforts on the people who are most likely to become loyal customers.
Spot on. And speaking of customers, our candidate also emphasized the importance of customer satisfaction.
Yes, customer satisfaction.
Ah,
That's all about making sure your customers are happy with their experience.
think friendly service, delicious treats, and maybe even a loyalty program for those repeat customers.
Because happy customers mean repeat business.
And word-of-mouth marketing, which is priceless.
Absolutely. And to keep everything running smoothly, our candidate highlighted the need for good time management.
Time management is crucial for any business owner, especially when you're juggling so many tasks.
From baking to marketing to managing finances, there's never a dull moment.
Exactly. So prioritizing tasks, setting realistic goals, and even delegating when possible are all key.
And speaking of finances, our candidate also mentioned keeping a close eye on sales figures.
Sales figures are those all-important numbers that tell you how much you're selling.
They're like a report card for your business.
Exactly. They show you what's selling well, what needs a little boost, and how your business is performing overall.
And to keep those sales figures climbing, you need to be able to close the deal. Another collocation our candidate used effectively.
Closing the deal is all about sealing the deal, whether it's convincing a new customer to buy a cake or securing a partnership with a local coffee shop.
It's the art of persuasion.
Exactly. And sometimes businesses need a little financial help, which is where applying for a loan comes in.
Right. Applying for a loan is a common way for businesses to get the funds they need to grow, or maybe even just to get through a tough patch.
It can be a lifeline for businesses both big and small.
And in some unfortunate cases, businesses might face the possibility of filing for bankruptcy. A collocation our candidate wasn't afraid to address.
Filing for bankruptcy is a difficult situation for any business owner. It's a legal process that happens when a business can't pay its debts.
It's definitely not an easy topic, but it's important to be aware of.
Absolutely. And our candidate handled it with sensitivity and professionalism.
They really did.
Yeah.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have, but it just goes to show how much of a difference mastering collocations can make in your IELTS speaking.
It's all about using those natural word pairings that native speakers use.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more confident you'll become.
Now, here's a challenge for you all our lovely listeners. Re-listen to that sample IELTS response and see if you can pick out those collocations again. Then imagine yourself in that IELTS speaking exam and think about how you could use these collocations to answer a question about business or your career.
Yes.
Share your example answers in the comments. We would love to see how you use these powerful phrases to boost your fluency.
We would.
Let's hear it.
What qualities would you say are needed to become a successful business person?
I'm not sure there's an easy answer to that one. There's so much to being successful. For example, you can't just come up with an idea for a new product and then sell it. You have to be sure that people will actually want it. So it's vital to do a good deal of market research and spend time on product development so you can correct all the potential problems first. Then you can devise a plan to launch the product into the marketplace. But I suppose, yes, some people are just naturally gifted in seeing new business opportunities and will always make a profit because they understand their target market. The people who the product is aimed at. Because after all, customer satisfaction is key in anything like that. Having said that, it's not just the creative qualities that are enough. The other stuff is also necessary, like having good time management skills, keeping a close eye on sales figures, being able to close the deal, knowing when to apply for a loan, or even if things go badly, how to avoid having to file for bankruptcy because you owe too much money to too many other companies.
Thanks for joining us today for another deep dive into building better communication skills for IELTS.
Thanks for listening. Bye for now.